Hey, where's Tawny?
She's dead. Yes, I actually killed someone. She was searching me to look out. You know what I said? I went crazy, but I didn't need to do it, you know? And then I realized that's what she killed someone.
On October 18, 2014, Tawnee Baird and her girlfriend, Victoria Ashley Mendoza, were traveling in a car on the freeway in Weber County in the early hours of the morning when a serious fight broke out among the two. Just a few hours later, Mendoza's relative received an alarming call from Mendoza and rushed out to call 911. Emergency and police personnel arrived to find an unexpected and gruesome murder scene. Tawnee Marie was found stabbed to death in the car, with Ashley Mendoza sitting calmly next to her. But how did this seemingly happy couple have such a drastic end? Welcome back to True Stories. Join the family and let us explore some of the most interesting true crime cases. As always, if you enjoy, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. Tawnee Marie Baird was 21 years old at the time she died. She was described as a very friendly and outgoing person. Her parents described her as a leader and that she had an entourage of close friends. The Baird family lived in Holladay, a town on the outskirts of Salt Lake City. They were very close and supportive of Tawnee. In June 2010, Tawnee was 17 years old. Tawnee was out driving around with a few friends, and they were all smoking weed when a police officer pulled them over. The police officer searched the car and found a bong and weed in the car. Tawnee took the blame for her friends who were older, and she was charged with possession of a controlled substance. Tawnee was sentenced to 90 days in a behavioral health treatment facility. She was upset at first, and her parents worried that she wouldn't survive. However, Tawnee soon met Victoria Mendoza, and it changed her life forever. Victoria had a troubled background, and this wasn't her first time in a juvenile center. Victoria also found out that her mom had been diagnosed with cancer. Tawnee and Victoria became closer, and when Tawnee's mom Dana came to visit her, Tawnee came out to her mom and wanted to introduce her to Victoria. Tawnee was released in August 2010, and Victoria in September. Tawnee's family welcomed Victoria with open arms, and the two seemed happy for a while. Mendoza was reported to be very close with the victim's family, and Tawnee's father Casey almost considered her his other daughter. Tawnee and Victoria spent every moment together. They liked to spend time with Tawnee's friends, dressing up and going out. Tawnee posted a lot of happy pictures of them on her Facebook and Instagram. However, behind closed doors they bickered a lot. Statements taken from the family of the victims stated that the couple used to physically assault each other. Marks of physical assault were present on the victim's body in the form of a chipped tooth and scratches on her skin. Victoria was very jealous and insecure. She was also paranoid that Tawnee was going to go back to liking guys or cheat on her. Victoria was the one who actually cheated on Tawnee, and she said it was to get back at her. Tawnee was heartbroken, but Victoria made it up to her by posting an apology video to YouTube.
First, I want to say is I'm sorry for hurting you and cheating on you with your best friend. And your best friend is a slut, and I don't like her. She's gross, and I can give a fuck less. This video is like an apology to you. And the girl I'm talking about is Tawnee, and I'm trying to get her back to be with me so I can keep her again and for her to give me another chance. Because I'm in love with her and I love her and I want her back. So if you'll please be my girlfriend, I'll be really happy.
Tawnee's friends and family was shocked when she took Victoria back. In June 2012, Victoria's mom passed away, and the Bairds let Victoria stay with them. Dana wanted Victoria and Tawnee to spend less time together, and they helped her get a job. Victoria was so excited. The excitement didn't last long, and Victoria ended up punching Tawnee in the face during a fight. It knocked one of Tawnee's teeth out, but Victoria lied about what actually happened. Dana said that Victoria was very manipulative, but Tawnee forgave her and stayed in the relationship. On October 17, 2014, Tawnee's best friend Lacey invited them to go out with some friends. Victoria apparently became upset about something, spent time in the bathroom, and told them that she wanted to leave. Tawnee drove Lacey home, and Lacey said she told Tawnee and Victoria she loved them and said goodbye. This was the last time she would see her best friend alive. The couple got into a violent altercation during the drive. When the row escalated, Mendoza, who was at the wheel, pulled into a parking lot and stabbed her partner of 5 years. The autopsy report would later go on to state that Tawnee was stabbed 46 times by Victoria. Tawnee was pronounced dead at the scene. After the incident, Mendoza called and informed her sister, Spencer, about the murder. Spencer didn't believe her at first, but the urgency of her tone made Spencer call 911 and rush to the spot.
Hey, where's Tawny?
She's dead. Yes, I absolutely killed someone. She was searching me to look out. You don't understand. I went crazy, but I didn't need to do it, you know? And then I realized that's what she killed someone. Oh my gosh, you guys are so scared. You have no idea how scared I am.
Spencer later went on to testify that when she arrived, she found Baird dead in the car's passenger seat, covered in blood. When first responders arrived on the scene, they were expecting that someone would turn themselves in for murder. Ogden Police Lieutenant Tim Scott said, "We were actually responding on a call of a murder or someone wanting to turn themselves in for a murder."
911, what is the address and city of your emergency?
I have to report a murder.
Okay, do you know who is murdered?
Yeah, her name's Tawny.
Instead, they found Mendoza sitting inside the car with Tawnee stabbed and bleeding beside her. Eventually, Mendoza was arrested, tried, and pronounced guilty for Tawnee Baird's murder. After all, it was alleged that Victoria Mendoza was jealous of her partner and that the couple was in an abusive relationship. Investigators felt it was this jealousy and rage that prompted Mendoza to commit such an impulsive crime. After her arrest, Mendoza told police that she pulled a 4-inch folding knife from her front pocket and stabbed Baird while they were fighting over a man. Rumors spread throughout the night, and Lacey called the Bairds at 6:30 a.m. on October 18th. She asked if Tawnee was home and that she thinks something bad happened. Dana checked, and Tawnee's car was not there. The Bairds found out just a few hours later that Tawnee was dead and that Victoria had stabbed her. After the crime, Victoria was brought in for questioning. The police were told that the relationship was very abusive and that Tawnee had various injuries throughout the years to prove it. During Mendoza's preliminary hearing after her arrest, she pleaded not guilty and even threatened to kill herself during outbursts. Yet, once all evidence came to light and a solid case was built against Mendoza, the police charged her with first-degree felony murder. In court she said, "I have no excuse for what I've done. That's the main reason why I've pleaded guilty. I really have nothing to say. I'm the monster here." She was sentenced to 16 years to life in prison. Let us know what you think. Is Victoria genuinely sorry? We've come to the end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Till next time.